Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of a VOD review for this Moira player who's trying to climb into platinum. So,
Science will reveal the truth.
on Busan, we're going to check his healing.
Why does that feel like an accusation?
Just overall technique. We're going to find things that he can generally work on. See what you're trying to do. What are you going to do with this?
3,
Okay.
2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
There's no point in you grasping right now. But whatever. You're not doing any harm.
The power of destruction.
Good biotic orb, damage orb. So whenever you threw that, that's a good way to charge your ult pretty quickly. So I do like that. I would have preferred that you had not angled it off to the right. I would have had it straight on, because if you had done that, it would have bounced forward and then bounced back towards your team, and that's where the fight is likely going to end up. So one thing to consider when you're using your biotic orb, like spend a little bit more time aiming it, but it should still work out. Another damage orb. Okay, so you are at a quarter of your healing resource already. You should not be that low, and the reason why why you have such a low resource already is because you're just spraying. You need to tap your healing resource and just and also couple that with your healing orb, so that way you're not running out as fast. You're at 50% ultimate, but I guarantee you, if you have been comboing your healing orb with your healing, you would probably be further, because the enemy Moira, who I'm pretty sure is doing a little bit more healing than you are, because the thing is so 57%, yeah, he's definitely doing more healing than you are, because you two can't see anybody to damage. Like right now you're in a pretty awkward position where you can't see your team. Like, let's see, we're at full health, but right now you're DPSing. Like, where's your Genji? Do you even know? Your Risa's pushing forward without a barrier, and you're using your biotic grabs to damage. And you're not going to hit anybody because they have a Reinhardt shield. You're just not going to get through it. You get first pick. That's the DPS. Did like your jump? A lot of DPS. A lot of DPS. That's a bad fade. I died there. But that's because I got stuck. And I figured and we made a call out actually that we were gonna push that on the right. I remember that. But that was a bad fade. Now you can't get away. You're gonna use a damage orb likely. The Genji is gonna get. You're not. That's a waste of your time. So your damage over time is not gonna out heal the passive healing Moira gains from Coalescence. You're wasting your time. Don't ever do that. Find whoever she's shooting with your Coalescence and heal that person, because your healing, your regular heal or like any healing you do will automatically outdo whatever Coalescence enemy Moira is doing. So what you should be doing right now is finding who she's shooting and then trying to easily keep them alive. Because yeah, your defense didn't matter. Torchberg got a headshot. This is fine. That was a good. The fight's over. You're wasting your healing again. You only need to spurt it. Just small burst. You're being proactive, which is good. over healing again. You don't need to use all that. I wouldn't have gone that way. I would have gone straight. Right at this point. That was a wasted orb. Once you get orb, I hope you combo with Coalescence.
Special attack.
That was a... I don't get the point of that fade. Okay, so we're gonna go back actually. And we're gonna look at that engagement from an overhead view. Because I need you to see why that's not gonna work. So you throw a bad orb here. Okay, so you went around back. Torbjorn can be back here because he has a turret and he has very little damage drop off on his primary fire. You should not have gone this way. You should have gone this way. You gone this way. You put yourself in position right here, and you can just like come right up on your team. Right there. You would have been right here. You would have been perfectly in the fight already, and you would have had a better vision of what was actually happening. Because right now your vision is blocked. You have no clue what's going on, and you threw a bad biotic orb because you threw a bad orb, healing orb, because you had no clue what was actually happening. So coming this way, like knowing like how to place yourself would definitely help. Okay, so you're still using biotic grasp, and I don't understand why. You have two tanks right here that could use some healing. You're over DPSing. Like DPS, if you don't know what it stands for, is damage per second. DPS means you're trying too hard to get as much damage possible. You can do that, but only in the cleanup phase of a fight. They're about to initiate, and your tank needs heals. Your tank needs healing, and that's a really bad time to be trying to DPS. So you see Roadhog push forward. You're still damaging. Your Roadhog is dying. No, granted, he's not that low, but he's dying. You hear Blade go in. You have the Genji out there. What you could have done is after this defense matrix, there's a 2-second window after she drops it. You could have thrown a damage, not damage orb, a healing orb out to him. And you could have like safely pocketed him through that blade. See, you throw a damage orb right here. He dies. What does your damage orb do? Oh wait, you haven't thrown it yet. You also, yeah, there's your damage orb. You also fade into the enemy team. The Diva Bomb is back here. You were right here. You faded into the enemy team. You faded into a McCree, and into a Hanzo, and into a Brigitte. If you're in a higher ranked game, you would have died here. Because as soon as they had thrown bomb, they would have pushed up. Because, look, they have their entire team here, and they still have Moira, who likely is going to have her ability soon. Like her body grenade. Let's look. She's 5 seconds from her ability, and she has plenty of healing left. So, instead of doing your really awkward fade from like right here, you can time your fade where you don't have to move. Like you can literally just press whatever button you have bound to your fade, which is usually L1 for most people, and just fade in the same spot, and you would have been fine. Like just time it, like so. Like there is a certain sound the Diva Bomb makes that lets you know it's about to go off. This is the same sound effect every single time, and all you have to do is press L1 and not move, and you would have been safer because you would have started like right here by this mini. You would have been in position to use Coalescence and a Healing Orb to heal both your Orisa and your Roadhog. And I don't know if we lose this fight or not. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose this because you let two of our tank. You go. they got 2 picks. Somebody got Storm Arrow, then we lose Roadhog. So, like right here, that's a bad fate. You should not be out here. You should be dead right here. I don't think you die though. Somehow you live, but you lose the Orisa because you are in position to heal, and you're back to damaging. Too much DPS. You could have saved her. Way too much DPS. Because I'm not in position because I have to hide from that Diva Bomb. Whereas I get killed and I can't heal. You turn and you heal me. That was useless. I barrier this. We lost Bongos. We only lost one person. So I have to barrier this because we're going to lose Roadhog. And he's ulting right now. See what you're doing. No.
Check this out.
Okay, Roadhog's gone. But one thing... You're just DPSing too much. Your DPS does not do enough. So if you see Brig in any tank, do not DPS them. Anybody with high health pool and high healing potential, like, or not really high heal, anybody with high survivability, you do not want to try to be DPSing. So any tank, Brigitte, Reaper, who else? May, like you see those people, you like just go do something else. Go find value somewhere else because you will not beat them in a 1v1. Your DPS is that low and your lifesteal is not that great. In a straight up 1v1, you will lose. In this situation, even though the Brig has lost some health, if she turns and walks towards you, and you try to engage her, you will lose that also. So what you could have done instead, when you saw the Roadhog, whole hog, you could have pocketed him through it. You could have thrown like a healing orb that started from like right here and traveled into the enemy team because that's where the Roadhog would have been going. As you saw, the Roadhog was taking his whole hog because he has to get in closer in order to get the full value out of it. And then when he got hooked and like when he got pulled, like booped in and stuff like that, your healing orb would have already been in this room. And then he may have survived. Because he would have gotten that extra time to use his take a breather. You use coalescence. This is just a bad coalesce. You should have used it in the fight earlier. Whenever we dropped bongos. After you fade it, came out, healing orb, coalesce. You could have shot your Orisa hog and shot their entire team right here. And it would have been a GG's on that fight. We would have won that outright had you done that. So you use it to heal me, which is fine. You run away, which is good. Alright, we're gonna go back to your first person perspective because I've already done enough analysis on that. So you fade. There was no need to do that. You wasted your 2 abilities. You fade it when you didn't need to. You could have ran up to Reinhardt in DPS. Your lifesteal would have let you tank 2 or 3 hits from him, and then you could have faded and then use your healing orb, or use your healing orb to tank a couple hits while you're DPSing him, and then like halfway, once like your healing orb was like halfway through its cooldown, then you use fade, like cycle your abilities. You could have stayed on point and stalled this for a bit. You're DPSing. You must DPS again.
That's
You're
much better.
just hanging around for no reason. You should have ran back to spawn. You're not getting any value.
Let's get you healed up.
And then DPSing.
My condition is improved.
Again, no DPS.
Strength.
It's just DPSing a lot. Like, Arisa's always at half.
All systems.
There, Genji got a kick. Brig got hooked. Why are you past this shield? I mean, I see the Moira is low, but the Genji could have taken her. So, you're out here. You see an almost dying Moira, right? The reason why I'm harping on you DPSing so hard is because if you look, there is a McCree right here. There is a Hanzo right here. Hanzo can't see you, luckily for you, because this wall is up. Had it not been up, Hanzo shoots you. McCree shoots you. McCree has Deadeye. Let's see if you have Fade. You have Fade, so you would have successfully dodged the Deadeye if you decide to use it. But there's no reason for you to be out here. You could have been back here with your Roadhog, who's about to get shot. No, the reason's about to get shot. So had the Hanzo been able to aim and had aimed at the Roadhog, Roadhog would be dead. So, yeah. Roadhog walked straight into there. It's fine. So we win this map, not because you were great, but because the enemy was trying. Like, gonna be completely honest. Our team outplayed this. Your healing was suboptimal. You eat DPS too much. There were fights we should have won cleanly. That's okay. You're learning. Okay, let's see. What composition does the enemy team run? They run Mercy. So we're gonna look at their composition, we're gonna look at our composition. Because it matters. I don't think we switch off anything, to be honest with you.
4, 3, 2,
I think the Reaper. Okay, so enemy team Rosalf and Orisa Diva, Mercy Brig, McCree Tracer. It was a pretty decent comp for this match. McCree has plenty of sight lines to work with. Mercy can hard pocket him. Brig Orisa Diva will hold point, and Tracer would just be like flanking around. Fortunately for the Tracer, there's nobody for her to work on. So our team comp is the exact same. So we go around back, so we want to set up. What we didn't do was grab a Symmetra, so setting up was kind of pointless.
the power of destruction.
Again, you throw a damage orb. I don't know if you know this or not, but Diva can eat your damage orb, and like most Diva players, even at lower ranks, will eat your damage orb. They won't, however, they won't eat your healing orb. So which ability do you think you're gonna get more value out of? The damage orb that like maybe did 50 damage, or the healing orb that did like 150, 200 healing? Because the Diva's not going to eat it unless she does it accidentally. Like, the Diva's not going to actively look for eating a healing orb, even though they should. But it's just kind of a wasted resource, because it's like, you usually by the time you see it, like the healing orb is usually depleted anyway. And it's not really going to harm your team too much. So the Diva won't eat it. But you throw a damage orb straight ahead, and there's a Tracer pressuring your Orisa from right. You may go to DPS. You're too close to this fight. You can't see what's going on. You need to back off the fights. You need to be able to see, I want to say, In order to be effective and actually know what's going on, you need to be able to see 3 of your teammates. At least 2 is probably fine. So like this view right here just backed off a little bit more. So about this distance right here, do you see how you're able to see Roadhog? You can see me. You can see Orisa. You're still within range of healing people. It gives you nice line of sight. Genji's gonna come into your view pretty soon, I'm sure, because I see his little foot off to your right. So Genji's right there. He's gonna come into your field of view. You would see he's also dying. Brig is pushing up on me, which is fine, as I'm intentionally trying to aggro them, but like, there's a tracer. Like right here is kind of where you want to play, because now you can see so much more. And you're able to react. You're spending too much time. The D.Va accidentally ate your damage orb. The DPSing. Again, DPSing. Your damage will not. Your damage orb got hit. Obviously dies. Hog dies. We stalled this out successfully.
Oh, let's break it! Yeah!
Pretty sure we played. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that wasn't me. So, that was a completely winnable fight. I don't know how much healing you actually do, but I know it was less than mine. And I can see why. You were significantly behind me now. You're just... Let's go back a little bit. What is this? Do we still have Roadhog and Orisa? No, we don't. We don't have either. We just lose Orisa.
Help me.
Okay. You're going to be a little floaty boy right now. So, Hog is behind you. And you're in front of Orisa. There's no real reason for you to be doing this. Be right here. Because there's no kills that you know of that could be confirmed. And so, as a support, you want to be behind as much as possible. You want to be behind your team. So that way you can catch the even the little bits of healing that needs to be done. So Brig jumps over top, stuns the Roadhog, it's fine. We're just gonna slow this fight down.
Get into position.
So you DPS the D.Va. You're not gonna do anything to her. The reason why I'm DPSing so much is because... So, I don't even know. You see me getting very aggressive, very aggro. I'm getting really aggressive right here. It's because I charge my ultimate, so my healing is passive. My ability is still on 4-second cooldown because I had the amp already. And I'm also trying to crowd control the team. So I glued the Brig to try to create some space for our Orisa, so she's not getting damaged by her anymore. I make the call out that Brig is 1, and you try to damage her. You're not gonna get through the shield in no way, shape, or form. So, you see Brig's low. She has enough health to withstand you for a bit. I want to dare say. She's at 36 health. She's gone. She'll survive a melee. So you're DPSing. And you DPS and you walk straight past our Orisa who's dying. Like, you just walk right past her. And you're attempting to go DPS the Brig.
Best defense is
So
a
she
good
gets healed
defense.
by Brig, and now you're left in an awkward spot. Because now, you have no potential for a shield. The Brig is being healed up by her Mercy. And we're down. We're down one now. At least one. So now you have to back out. Diva goes in to focus you. She's unsuccessful. Hawk dies. Oh well.
This will heal you.
You know what I mean. So that one team fight right there definitely could have gone better. So you just need to be in more in the mindset, because see, you're still DPSing. You threw out a healing ward, which was fine, but I'm pretty sure it was throwing it haphazardly.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
We're gonna go to the next fight. As I've already
There
analyzed
was
the
a
crap out
flaw
of this
in my
one.
approach.
I go Brick the Tracer, and also to put some pressure on their Brig. We do that center. I don't know why we do it. So, again, you're always out front of the team. You do a lot of reactionary healing. You need to be proactive in your healing. You have to anticipate the damage coming in. Because you have such high healing. So the reason why you're running out of healing resources so often is because you're not managing your resource. You're just kind of like seeing people are critical, and then you just hold down your spray button. You're just like, oh no, I need to heal everybody. And then it leaves you with nothing. You have a healing orb. You literally could have bounced this off a wall. So you, instead of using your healing, like you saw, like this entire group was in need of healing, literally could have thrown the healing orb this way, let it bounce off that far wall. It would have come back for another round of healing, and you would have done, like, you would have been better off. Because now the Genji is behind you because he dashed away. So now you have to go track him down. You have to turn around. See, had you used your orb earlier, you would be healing Genji. Then it would have floated over the Roadhog. It would have healed him. It would have bounced back. Well, maybe it might not have bounced back, actually. It may have. It may have bounced back. We'll assume it bounced back. It would have came back. So whatever healing it didn't do on the Roadhog, it finished healing him off. It would have healed Genji. And then it would have healed you. We lose Symmetra. She was just out of position. That's fine. So, we get dunked on. We decide to go right. We play our hand a little too early, which is fine. I think we end up winning this. Arisa uses Fortify too early. I think me and Brig get into a rally fight. Okay, you're using Coalescence. See how you use it. You're okay with DPSing this. I need to be extra DPS. Had you been healing me before I rallied, I wouldn't have needed to rally. I rallied because I didn't have any healing. Even though you were right there. So, my confidence in you healing me was so low that I felt the need to rally. Or else I would have outright just won that fight. With that bird. You're DPSing again.
From afar.
There's nobody there in your range. Again, overhealed. DPSing again. With an McKee behind you. You didn't even look to see where he was. Deep up high ground. Now you can use that DPS. Use Orisa. Orisa pushed forward, but you should have been with her. It's fine. It is what it is.
Precision Swedish engineering.
So there's gonna be an awkward spot, like wherever, because my recording capacity ended. So there's gonna be an awkward spot where I'm gonna try to splice two videos together. It's gonna be the same review. It's just that's why it's gonna be an awkward spot. Here's just gonna come back. You have clear lessons. I guarantee you're gonna use it 25% to heal, 75% of it's gonna be DPS. You do more healing with all your abilities than you do DPS. No need to coalesce this so early. Had you waited 3 or 4 seconds, you would have had damage orb. You could have comboed it with your coalescence to do faster damage. Like, whenever you use coalescence, you should always try to use an orb with it. And there's very, very few times you should be coalescing this early in a fight, because you're gonna focus down the defense. I mean, it's not okay coalescing. Damage again. Genji's left high and dry. Tracer just like 4 targets left. You just have really slow reaction overall. Like, so you're healing with mediocre. It could have been a lot better. Positioning was a bit strange. Like, especially with the Diva Bomb. It was just like, I don't know. There are things I do like. Let's start with like the stuff I do like. I like the aggression. I like the proactiveness as far as like getting things done. It's just the wrong things. So you prioritize damage over healing, even though you are a main support. So as the main support, your primary job and the only thing you should be focused on is, for the most part, is healing, especially on Moira. There is nothing more aggravating, like especially once you start hitting platinum, like mid-platinum, there's nothing more aggravating than a DPS Moira. Nothing more aggravating, because you have such high healing potential and it's so readily available, but instead you choose to go try to kill something, and as a result your team dies. So let me see. We're going to look at your healing for 10 minutes. And I'm going to try to make a case for that. So you usually play Ana, which is fine. So, on the left side of your screen, like right where I'm toggling back and forth, your healing per 10 minutes, 9,500, but that's going to drop significantly. That's going to drop significantly as you play more game. Actually, let's go to a previous season. Let's see if you have a previous season I can work with. Season 16. Let's see what your healing for 10 minutes is with that. So, 8,000. You do 8,000 healing per 10 minutes. Your most healing is 20,000. 881. That's pretty decent. Excuse me. Honestly, I don't think I did nowhere near that well when I was in the same spot as you were. Let's see. What was it? What have been? Where did I first? There you go. Honestly, you're probably doing better than me. Okay, so yeah, you should climb. You're at 65.5. I'm at 65.5. Um, let's check the next season then. That was season 11? No, that was season 10. So I get to season 11, and do I do any better? 8,091. Okay, no, you're just doing better than me. And I made it to diamond. Hmm. And of course, I played a lot of Brig. I wasn't looking to play Moira. Right, so you did better than me. So, to be honest with you, that's good to make it a decent amount. But let's see. It was season 11. Moira. I'm at 8,091. And that's after 40 hours of playing her. Right? That's almost 50 hours playing her. And I averaged that. And that includes like really short games and stuff. So that's not bad. So that got me solid. Like I went from gold to diamond, and then I ended up like finishing the season in platinum because like I hit this really weird like streak, and I got the 3100, and then like after that weird streak of having a bunch of really good teammates ended, I leveled off into where my actual skills would let me be, and so it ended up in like 2866. So right now you'll be like high diamond, not high diamond, high platinum with your current healing output. Let's see if season 12. I'm just proving myself wrong over and over and over again. So you see, in one season, like once I actually started like focusing on playing Moira, I went from 8,000 to 10,000, and I managed to progress a little bit further. But so 8,000, 10,000. I made it to 3,200. I think I actually stopped playing Moira. I went to Zenyatta more, but I still played Moira. 10,000. Made it to 3,400. And then I just stopped caring. Next season, made the Masters. Set 10,000 again. Season after that, 11,000. It's not going to go up anymore. It should be like 11,000 should be my cap. Yeah, 11,009. And then this season, it shouldn't be too high. It's 11,700. So your healing is good. It just, in order to get over that next hump, it needs to be better. Because you're getting 8,000 healing, and I got 8,000 healing around the same time, or 6,000 healing. Let's go with the 8,000 healing. Let's make it more comparable. So like when I was actually pushing into platinum, which is what you're trying to do, the difference in like the reason why like your healing wasn't or isn't being as effective as mine is because maybe potentially I don't have any of the gameplay from it, but it's like when you're healing it, when you're doing the healing, you have to heal proactively. You have to like, you know, heal before the healing, like because whenever you heal with Moira's like spray, it heals over time. It has a heal over time also, and so like you can literally just like here. You can like literally just spray somebody slightly, and you will heal them over time. And so I'm just gonna give you an example of this. This is gonna be a rather long video.
In the practice range, you can change your hero here. On other maps, you can only... Let's try... When you have a hero selected, you can view details about them by pressing the information button.
Oh my
When you are
goodness.
ready, now confirm... Once you have
Science will
selected a hero,
reveal the truth.
you can view their information at any time. Feel free to explore the practice range. I
Okay.
encourage you to come back here anytime you want to experiment with different heroes or try out your
I forgot I
skills.
never used this mode on this account. Wow. Alright, so
When you are finished, you can leave the practice range at any time.
okay, so you're it's like you want to combo a lot of your abilities, so like your damaging
Your strength
3,
fades.
4, 5.
Guinea
Took you
pigs.
almost 5 seconds to kill that bot, and 1,
My
2,
will.
about 3 seconds. So significantly faster. But the thing is that you can't do that with like a shield in your way. So we're going to go down here. So
Allow me.
as you can see, the bot's still being healed. I'm healing them both.
Allow me to repair the damage.
And I don't even have to try.
Injured again.
Look how much healing resource I still have. Granted, it's nowhere near as much damage. But you can literally stand off to the side and do a little bit of healing. And I almost have coalescence.
This will improve your condition.
So when I say like you need to combo your abilities, so I'm going to throw my orb straight back.
Surrender to my will.
And you see how I'm like I'm basically using him as a shield. What I'm doing right now, what I did was I was shooting my beam through this bot. I was healing him while simultaneously damaging, doing the DPS you want to do,
Fade.
while also dealing the healing the team needs.
Get into position.
So that's one way you can satisfy your DPS itch. Like whenever you get coalescence, like find your tank, your main tank, and then like use them as a pivot point to like shoot the different targets you want to, but you have to make sure you're pivoting off of him. So you just have to make sure like you keep your main tank or your other tank. I usually like using tanks because
Bearing
it's
the
like usually smaller characters are harder to do that with. But like find like your main tank or something and just like pivot on them. I'm gonna do it again, and I think that's gonna be it for this video. Just to, like,
Regenerating
give
your
you.
cellular structure.
You can see I'm barely running out of any resources. I might do a quick play match so you can see what I'm talking about in a more practical sense. Alright, so I'm gonna let this guy die a bit more. The healing's done. Alright, so
Surrender to my will.
return, pivot of him. So yeah,
Allow me.
that's pretty much it. Like, adding those things will make you do a whole lot better. I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna do a quick play match. Probably upload this after I finish editing this
Will
video.
improve your condition.
And yeah, that should be enough for you for now. I'll end up doing some more stuff like this. Alright.